Okay, so I'm going to show you how I warm up and how I loosen up my hips. I'm mostly going to do this on a voiceover because otherwise I'm going to get demonetized for copyright because of the music that's playing in the gym. So, without further ado, let's get to that. Welcome to the voiceover. I'm talking about the stretches I do to alleviate the pain that I have in my hip when I squat. So as you can see right now, this is how I usually start off stretching. I stretch the hip joint, but I don't do it in the usual way, which is like you doing 12 o'clock with your knee right in front of you. I start at the left side with my left leg and I work my way around as you're seeing now, because the hip is a ball and socket joint, and therefore it has a lot of hip flexors, not just one, it has multiple that will assist it in abduction and adduction. You've got to stretch it in those planes of motion, and as you can see now, this is what you'll usually see people do for a hip flexor stretch. You know, just this bog standard, but this is where it gets trickier and I almost fall. If you feel like it's difficult, just tense up your stomach, tense up that core, and it'll straighten your body, and then you lean into the stretch. Let's see it from the side with the other hip. So the right hip is my most troubled one, so doing these stretches on that hip is actually quite painful sometimes, and then by the end of doing these stretches that pain is gone and the muscles have loosened up. I spend the same amount of time on each hip, and I spend the same amount of time in each position. Usually I'll do 30 seconds. I'm speeding it up here for convenience. So, you know, I'm leaning forward, I'm leaning into the stretch, I'm moving around. You want to feel where it's tightest and hold it in that position. But obviously if you're getting a lot of pain, maybe you should find something else to do or seek a professional. So as you can see, I needed a bit of help. I held onto that jump box to get myself into this position, but now I'm in it. This is where I feel like it really helps, because I have a job where I sit down. That is where a lot of these problems have come from. Okay, so now this is my second stretch. I pull my knee up into me and then I'll release it, but you're consciously trying to flex that hip to hold your knee into that position. So this should be my perfect depth. When I squat, my knee should look like that, because that's where I naturally can hold my hip in that place with those muscles at its strongest. Do that for about 15 seconds, build it up from maybe 10 seconds to 15, do a few sets. So as you can see, this hip is a lot better. The angle is better than the other. I don't know why, just, you know, changes within the body that you just have naturally. Some body parts are stronger, some aren't. Now I feel like the hips are warmed up. We'll do some squats that aren't weighted, and I get really deep, pushing my knees out with my elbows, and you'll see that my lower spine actually curls. There you go, which we call a butt wink. Now that's not good, but because I'm going past parallel and I'm sinking in, it's not something that happens when I have weight on my back, because I don't go that low. But I feel like it really helps going through a full range of motion. It won't damage my spine because I've not got load on my back. So I'm quickening up, speeding up, because I'm feeling that the hips are fine, and I'm feeling, is there any pain? Can I go heavy today? And I was absolutely fine because I did my stretches. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe a bit longer if I'm feeling really stiff. So here's around 90 kilograms. We're going to see it from the side because I want to see how I look, how deep I go with the squat. And I'm pretty happy with that. I believe that that's hitting depth, and the speed is good, but my positioning isn't brilliant. I move around a lot in the bottom part of the movement because of the pain in the hip flexor. My body kind of pushes upwards, it has pain, and then it moves around to not use that muscle. So you've got to just keep finding where can you move, where can you be strong, where there is no pain. And that is what I've been doing the last few weeks. So my squat has changed a lot. As you can see, I put the bar exactly in the same place every single time on my back now. The same 2 little steps out, put my feet in the right position, point the toes outwards, squeeze my butt, and then I go down, find the depth, and then get back up again. You know, that didn't feel very good as the first rep, I remember it, so I was like, right, I need to, yep, there we go, and that's a better rep. And then once I feel okay, I will go through the same range of motion to make sure I have no pain. Things I'm trying to work on is my heels and my ankle mobility, because I feel like they're raising up, moving around. But as of today, I don't have pain while I squat, because I found the perfect way to squat for me. You'll have to find it for you. Now, those stretches will help you, and I implore you to do them. So if you like this video, if you learned something, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more. Next video will be a typical workout video, so catch you guys in the next one.